Yo, we live on location. We down here in the bayou, ain't we, Black? We had to make a real special trip. Come down here, come down south to come meet up with this Midwest swing. With
2-point geezer.
You feel mid-range maestro, one of the best combo guards out here in the league.
You know it.
El Presidente of the NBA Players Association. Man, we got a young homeboy, CJ McCollum, in the building. He ain't that young no more. He one of the OGs, but he's still with us.
Straight up, man. First off, man, we appreciate you, bro, coming through. You know, we in New Orleans, came to get some of that good food and everything. Come see you do your thing, man.
No problem at all.
Presented by Hennessy.
When you first got to the league, who was the first person to bust your ass?
I remember he got
Ginobili, Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams. So start with Ginobili. Ginobili, you know, you watched him play, you know, back in the day. He'd be talking, first of all, he'd be speaking, you know, in a different language a lot of the time. Probably talking like he can't mess with me type stuff.
Yes.
But they call angle and flat, like in the quarters. So Ginobili called angle. He dribbles to half court, like turns his back to me. First of all, I was like, mad disrespectful. Turn your back to me, but whatever. He turns his back, comes at me full speed, Euro, layup.
That's what he do.
Next play, Euro, layup, and one. And then he hit me with a step back. It was like 7, 9. He scored about damn near 10 in a row on me, which was like, wow, I ain't played. You know, basically, I was coming out. Coach was like, yo.
Yeah, you over.
Like, he do this to everybody, which respect.
Yeah, you over.
Lou, same thing, you know. But he was just drawing fouls, so couldn't touch him. You know, you young in the league, they talking about ball pressure.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to hand check.
Yeah, you put it on your arm.
All of that. So it was wild. And then Jamal just, you know, bop, pull up. Bop to the cup. Behind, Hezzy. So I took my wounds and went back to the lab.
Canton, Ohio. Canton, Ohio. You an Ohio boy, man. There's a lot of boys come out of Ohio that's dogs, too.
He part of the Midwest swing. You know, there's Midwest swing up in here.
Oh, yeah.
Different water out there, man.
Different, right. You, your brother, Eric, he played before you. He was older than you, right?
3.5 years older than me.
So that's the one that you seen, that you watched, that you studied, that you came behind to see him hoop. So how was that? Tell us about your brother, Eric.
Yeah, that's my best friend to this day, and I always say I wouldn't be where I'm at, you know, without him. He was the one that had the vision for how our life should be played out in terms of
step by step,
get good grades, treat people with respect, you know what I'm saying, carry yourself a certain way, treat the janitor the same way you treat the CEO, all of that stuff. But then on the court, you have an alter ego. You do whatever you want on that court within the lines. Be respectful to the game, but be disrespectful to your opponent if that's how you feeling that day. And that's how we worked. You know, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 500 shots in the morning, 500 shots at night, sneaking into the gym, really understanding that we didn't want to see our parents work forever. We knew that if we could apply a certain type of skill to this game, being able to score is something that everybody can't do. Being able to shoot off the dribble is something that everybody can't do. If we could do that better than most, we'll get paid more than most. Yeah. And that's kind of how we approached it. And my brother now, good enough to be in the league, but makes a lot of money in Europe. Yeah. I think he's number 2, and he might be number 1 all time in Euro Cup scoring, number 1 in performance index rating, which is like our PER, efficiency. He gets to it. He's just like me, just a little smaller, but everything that I do on the court is basically predicated on studying his game, his moves. Still watch each other's games to this day. I still get to Europe in the summertime.
Did he have the height before you had the height? You know how your growth spurt was like late. Did he already have the height and you was behind him, or he was small too?
He was small too, but taller than me. So I was 5'2" freshman year, 5'7", 5'11". I committed to Lehigh at 5'11". Yeah. I signed my letter of intent at 6'1". When I got there, I was 6'3". He was 5'7", 5'10", 6 foot, 6'2". So he was a little taller earlier, so he was beating me for a long time. And it's funny, he used to always joke, and even when I went to college, he went to a D2 NAI, and I used to spend my spring break in Goshen, Indiana, Goshen College in the middle of nowhere. Right. And we would just play ones, and I'd work out and just kind of get better. And he used to always say, when you can beat me, you'll be ready for the league. Yeah. And he was right.
So you whooped that ass.
I was like, it's time for me to get to the league.
Yeah. So tell me this, how old were y'all when y'all began the 6 a.m., 7 a.m. and all of that stuff and sneaking in gyms? How old were y'all doing that?
I mean, we've been getting up at 6 a.m. since we were 10 years old.
What? That was his idea?
Hey, I hated it. He was so disciplined in and methodical. I didn't see the vision. Like off the court, real estate, every business. Like he knew what he wanted to do. We own restaurants. He knew like that he had this vision of how he wanted his life to be, and he was like, I'm gonna learn from all my mistakes and make sure you don't make those. You know what I'm saying? He wrote out my bios to send to college. He sent it over to 100 Division I schools. My points per game, stats with film, everything. He was really determined to help me become, who I am today. And I thank him for it. And I tell him there's no amount of money that can ever repay the love that you've showed me. Yeah. And it's just gratitude that I have for him and that he has for me. But it was his idea. I couldn't stay the night at my friend's house without him coming to get me. Like, we still got to work out. I don't think you're getting away from this.
Y'all used to do a lot of one dribble pull, two dribble pull, like from all over. That was like most of y'all base of y'all workout on the shooting side?
Everything started with that triple threat into a pull-up. Triple threat,
your
pull-up,
triple
counter.
threat and your pull-up game is so crazy. Like, you remind me like of the guys. You always got a guy in the hood or a guy somewhere that got that 1-2 pull. Right. That you can't, because then when you try to push up on him and try to stop him, he going straight to the hole and laying it up. Yeah. And that's like one of the most dangerous stuff to have, that mid-range like that. So I can see you doing that all the time, because that shit is like a layup to you.
Tell me this, we all seen a little viral picture of you being microscopic when you were little as hell playing against the college dudes, well, high school dudes. What was your brother's message when you were going out there in that situation? Because you was like so small, it was jarring for people to see, right? So did he try and instill that confidence in you that you could go out there and do it?
Yeah, I always had a unbelievable amount of confidence, even when I was small. Like, I would fight bigger dudes. Like, I was a troublesome kid. You know
that
what
boy
I mean?
was scrappy dude. You was little.
Like swinging first type mentality. I used to get us
always the little ones. It's always
I got us into a lot of trouble with people we shouldn't have got in trouble with.
Yeah,
he was having to fights he shouldn't have had to fight, but it was just always my mentality. And it was like, I fear no man. Like, he put his shoes on the same way I do. And his life ain't been as hard as mine. Even if it has been, like, in my mind, he ain't 5'2". He don't know what it's like to try to create a shot out here. He don't know what it's like for his mom to have to work, single-parent household. He don't know what this is like. He don't want it as bad as me. He can't want it as bad as me. He not getting up at 6 a.m. at 10 years old. He not shooting 1,000 shots a day by 2 p.m. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it was just like, I worked so hard. It was like, there's no way these kids can't fuck with me. Right? Like, I work way too hard. And if I don't succeed, it's cool. We get back to the lab and we figure it out. But I knew I was going to grow. My dad graduated high school at 5'8". And my dad was a big component of hard work. Just like my mom, it was like, you want to be successful, you got to really work on your craft. And we can't pay for your college. So you either got to get a 4.0, or you got to be really good at basketball, or you get a 3.5 and be solid so that you can get the scholarship. And I just worked on, like you said, the fundamentals was the foundation of everything. Triple threat, have footwork, have a handle. And as I got taller and stronger, I had to create less space.
Yeah, it got better.
Yeah.
Like, I got weapons now. I'm a superhero.
I'm shooting step backs at 5'2" now. I'm 6'3", 6'4". It's like, I don't see you. At all.
You missing.
So take me through that, what that transition is like when you start off at 5'2", then you get to the point to where all of that hard work that you didn't put in, all of them hours you didn't log, like now you seeing the fruits of that labor, and you like, you already said you was cocky, so where were you at that point?
I mean, I was probably hard to be around, for sure.
I was supposed to say he was an asshole.
That's the word
we
people
all had
use.
that one moment in our career where we could have went this way or that way.
Yeah, but it's just like, I worked so hard against everything, right? Like, he's only 5'2". Schools that didn't want to recruit me. Nah, he's not good enough. He's not this, he's not that. He can't do this, he can't do that. Boy, and then I could do that.
Yeah.
Now what? Like, all the things you said I can't do, I'm doing.
But you ain't forget. You said that chip.
I'll never forget, because so many people who try to box you in, right? And it's like the same thing I tell like kids at my kids camps and my mentorship programs. It's like, never let anyone box you in, because if I would have really listened to the negative hate, I wouldn't be able to have CJ's press pass. I wouldn't be able to have CJ McCollum Dream Centers and all these different types of things and vehicles that where I'm lifting up kids, I'm giving them opportunities, because there's so many haters out there and people that want to see you fail because they can't do it. Yeah. And it's like, just because you can't do it don't mean that's not my life. Like, I'm going to really work. Yeah. And the chip is still there. The chip has always been there, but I think it stems from, like, it was a test to see, like, can I really make it? Like, sometimes you don't really believe it. You're like,
you definitely don't. to you.
It's
damn
just too
near
much.
died.
Like, can I really do this? Like,
Yeah.
right? I'm 5'2", averaging 20 3/4 on JV, playing 2 quarters varsity because Ohio had the 5-quarter rule. I get to 5'7", they bring me off the bench. Promised me I was gonna start. Booster club came in, son transferred in, they bring me off the bench. I averaged 6 points a game. I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
My junior year, my brother said, you gotta make a decision. Like, you either really gotta want this shit or you gotta put this shit down and go really be good at being a student. Decide what you want. My mom was like, I ain't raised no quitter, son. Like, you gonna figure this shit out. And that's like, my mom the type of person that after the games, I might score 28. She like, damn, you missed 2 free throws. You could have had 30. Like, that's the energy that I get in my household, and I needed that.
Yeah.
So when I decided to like really turn up, I changed my alarm clock, right? This is going to my junior year. My alarm clock was no longer the sounds you hear. It was me talking to myself, positive affirmations about how I'm going to average 20 a game. I'm going to get a Division I scholarship after this season, and I'm going to break all the school records that was before me. I went from averaging 6 points a game to 25. My first career start, I told my dad I was going to score 50. I scored 54. I hit 8 threes, and I broke the school record. And that's how, like, I spoke this into existence, and then I went and worked for it harder than anybody could work because I knew if I averaged 25, I'm getting a Division I scholarship because I'm going to get to 6'2", and they can't stop me at 5'10", so what they going to do with me at 6'2"?
Yeah.
And that was my mentality.
Yeah.
I
But
just
some
gotta
people
say-
take.
I just gotta say, I never knew this, and I'm extremely impressed at the fact that you know what I'm saying, like all of this stuff, like you change your alarm clock, like what high school teenage kid is doing this? Like your brother, both of y'all, I'm impressed. Like your brother getting both of y'all up at 10, 11, 12 years old. You can't stay the night at your friend's house because he make you come get this work. Like that's a level of discipline that is rarely seen, you know, from teenagers, especially single parent homes and all of these different things where you got ways you could wiggle. So that's a huge salute and commend. I can't even talk right now, but I'm thoroughly impressed with it, bro. Like that's super salute to y'all boys for having that type of discipline and that type of just strong will to do that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I
to
tell
me.
people all the time that sometimes they say you being an asshole or you being this, and sometimes they take you being so confident in yourself. You know what I'm saying? The only way that you can make it to where you at is for you to be absolutely that confident in yourself. I used to tell people, like, long as I had my mom that was confident in me, I'm the most confident motherfucker in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got to where I got to, because I had to be that confident to play against other motherfuckers who was just that confident.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it be like that.
I want to ask him, when you went after that 54, like what was the rest of that season like after you hit the first start and you told your pops what you was gonna do, like, because to be able to sit there and tell somebody you're gonna do something like that, then literally go do it. Where was your swag and your confidence after that?
It was very high, but it was funny because I had to convince myself that it wasn't fluke, right? Because it's like I just averaged 6 a game, so I was just paranoid.
Yeah,
like I'm still paranoid to this day. Like you got to do this right, you got to do that right. Like you got to be consistent with your approach. So I just fall in love with the process, right? Like I tell my wife to this day. Now I just show up for work. Like I don't worry about the result because I done did everything I can to be successful up until 7 p.m. So at 7 p.m., it's the most relaxing time for me. The hard part is 6 a.m., the 8 a.m. workouts. I'm lifting, I'm boxing at this time. That's the hard part. That's the sacrifice. Now I get to enjoy the fruits. So after I scored that 54, come home, my mom is like, that's good. Now you gotta consistently do this. If you want to be great, like the great ones consistently do this. And she like, the double team's gonna be coming. Big bro calling me like, now we gotta work on how to score when the double team comes. Now we gotta work the boxing one in high school. Like now I started, after that I was getting boxing one every night. So, 54, 45, 36, 28. Then I get the boxing one from hell and I score 11 points and I'm going home like, all right, I got more work to do. And I needed that failure, right? Because told me you're not a finished product. You still got to sharpen your tool. You got to sharpen your blade every day or you're going to get dull. Yeah. So that's kind of what my approach was. I was always sure of myself, confident. And I think that my confidence instills confidence in others. But I tell people all the time, like, my teammates can speak to that, past and present. Like, CJ is consistent every day. He cocky, but he works. He has a reason to be cocky. Yeah. He's sure of himself, but he's smart. He's sharp, and he's going to tell you like it is, even if you don't like to hear it or want to hear it. But I'm always going to keep it 100 with you.
Play the right way.
And I've always done that my whole life. And I think people have respected me for that. And the mentality just stems from, like you said, I was so thirsty to get that Division I scholarship that I was gonna do whatever it took, and I was gonna work harder than like shoot so much you got blisters on your fingers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the mentality that I had. Like your jumper got to be so wet that like they surprised when you miss.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's how I felt when I first seen you, and seeing that pull up, that how you two dribble, one dribble, how you coming off and just pulling up, because a lot of guys don't do what you do, because that's an old school mentality of what you do, but you mastered that. That's one of the most dangerous things. That's what Michael Jordan did to become the GOAT of this shit. Mid-range, kill all this. Right. And that's what you do. I definitely like that.
Tell me about the remainder of your senior year, because you clearly was killing. How did you feel about the recruiting process?
Yeah, I still was angry about the recruiting process, right? You know, I go from 5'7" to 5'11", I average 25, 5 and 5 basically. And Lehigh sends me a letter the day after I scored 54. I had never heard of Lehigh. I didn't know. I was like, Lehigh, let me look this up. I'm on Google.
Right.
Talk to me. All right, Patriot League, you know what I'm saying? I'm going down the roster. And this when the video game was out. So I start playing with Lehigh on the video game. Take them to the NCAA tournament. Like, I go through that, like, as a kid. I swear to God, I go through that as a kid, that whole process. And then I start getting letters, Michigan, Notre Dame.
While you in school?
Bowling Green. Yeah, I'm still hooping, though. Bowling Green, Fairfield, University of Furman. And in my head, like I was like, I'm a Division I player, but like now I'm a high level Division I player. Like North Carolina should be sending me letters. That's the school I wanted to go to. Kansas.
Oh, so North Carolina is the one.
North Carolina's where
that
I
was
really wanted to go.
On your map.
But they never recruited me. I even sent them stuff. So I was sending my brother. We send stuff to schools that I like, big like high major, mid major, and low major. We would target all of them depending on locations. You know, Horizon League, MAC. Whatever, we're going down the list just to kind of like give me some variety.
Y'all sending them stuff?
Sending them my stuff,
bro.
my film,
right
my
That's
GPA,
hard.
my ACT score, everything. My brother had a bio of everything with disc of my film.
I've never, ever heard
He sent it to every school.
That's hard.
Over 100 schools he sent it to. And remind you, I'm still playing, right? Finished my high school year. I played for All Ohio Red. I didn't play much. I was pissed. And then I played for King James, Bron's team. Shout out to my guy, Bron. I played for his AAU team, and I never forget. I tell this story all the time. I played in an AAU tournament. I played against John Wall first. John was the #1 player in the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
John was
Crazy.
like that.
dog.
I had 25, 5 and 5 against the #1 player in the country. So I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna take this film. This is
Send it
against
to
John.
everybody.
got to see this shit.
You definitely do.
Right.
You definitely do.
So-
Nothing against him.
And I like John's still my guy. He still can
Yeah.
hoop. So that was good film for me. Still didn't really get no play. So what I did was I played in the tournament. I served and I lied. So I told
He's out loud.
you know how like rivals or whatever come up to you after the game who recruiting whatever. So I lied and said I had 3 scholarship offers. And I named 3 schools, and Lehigh had already offered me. So I said Lehigh, somebody else. I got 10 offers the next week. So I had 10 like small mid-major offers, but I was still pissed because I was an Ohio kid. My teammate Costa Kufis went to Ohio State, and Dad never recruited me. Xavier never recruited me. Cincinnati never recruited me. All of these schools, I'm in your backyard. Never recruited me. So I kind of waited around, and my mom, my dad, my brother was like, look, you got to go where you're wanted, where you're needed. My dad would always say, don't miss the boat, son. My mom would say, you want to be somebody's first option or somebody's second option? Like, you want to be somebody's priority.
Straight
Coach
up.
Reed drove during a tornado to my house. We sat in the kitchen with candles because our lights was out, power was out, trees in the street, GPS went out. This is back in the day where you had that like garments and stuff. And he basically was like, look, you are our priority. You come here, you'll be able to do what you want, get a great education, you can make the tournament, whatever. I committed to Lehigh before my senior year at 5'11". Played my senior year out. I'm better.
6'1".
I'm 6'2" now. I'm dunking in games. Like,
Nice.
and I was 5'2" like 4 years ago. So people was looking. I averaged 29, 8, and like 4. Ohio Gatorade Player of the Year, runner-up Mr. Basketball to Jared Sullinger. Him and Trey Birkin was running shit in Columbus. And I'm looking like, because I had told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm about to average 30 this year. And I think if I do that, then I'll be able to go to a big school. She was like, but you're going to be going to a big school as somebody's second or third option. I also wanted to go to Penn State. Penn State never offered. So I play that out. I average 30. I go to Lehigh. I show up. I'm 6'3". They looking like, this is the same kid. Like, this is the kid that committed because I did my visit at 5'11". They didn't see me the whole year.
Yeah.
the rest is history. I got there and I said, all right, how many? I used to tell my brother, like, how good do I have to be to get to the league early? Because I don't want to be here for 4 years.
From being that small, how was the first dunk, in-game dunk? Like, how hype you was.
Super hype. You know, the little weak one, too, where you like,
oh, you on the break?
palm that joint. Ah. And then I start doing the AI joints only in practice, though, like that.
Oh, throw it over.
Oh, go get it. All of
Straight
that.
up.
That was my go-to in warm-up lines. But that was like the best feeling in the world. Like, better than hitting 10 threes is like dunking, because it was like the transformation of he not athletic, he not this. I'm getting 8 rebounds a game. What you mean? I'm out here banging with centers.
Yeah. You going down there, you make sure you boxing.
And
out
I'm giving you
stuff.
35 a night. Like,
So you get to Lehigh and you go crazy. You the rookie of the year and the player of the year. What was that first year like for you when you already got, you know, your own expectations for yourself, but then you kind of burst onto the scene like that? What was that like?
Oh, it's funny because I joke with Coach Reed all the time and Coach Logie, who recruited me there. They promised me I was going to start. They brought me off the bench. And I was like, the disrespect. Come here. Like, I'm an NBA player coming off the bench at Lehigh. Like, that's my mentality.
Yeah.
Like, irrational, probably, but I was right. I am who I said I was. So they brought me off the bench for 2 games. And I remember calling home, like, this ain't what I signed up for. You know what I'm saying? Like, they lied to me, told me I was going to start. I'm coming off the bench. And I was calling it, like, I was low-key, like, by the transfer, like, looking in, like, Shaka was at VCU, and I knew Shaka since I was a kid. So I was, like, looking around, like, if I'm coming off the bench, I'm coming off the bench at VCU.
Was you killing before?
I was killing.
You was murdering the whole practice and everything all the way to the first game, and you
dominant.
like, yeah, I know at the end he gonna be like, yeah.
And I don't start.
And you looked on the board like.
Talk about that moment right there, because we've all had
like,
that.
I was
moment
like,
where
they ain't been watching the last 2 months.
I've been killing since September.
Tell me, talk about that, because that's like we all done been there where we go through, whether it's in the league, you go through a training camp or whatever it is, and you know, you and your partners on the team, you like, yeah, I did. I earned my keep. Then the coach come in, he won't talk to you, or, you know, he won't give you the, you know the talk I'm talking about. You like, why you coming to me with this talk? You supposed to be over there with that talk.
You supposed to be telling him he's sitting down, and here's the reasons why.
Yeah.
But no, I was hurt, bro. Like, that really hurt me. And that just, I was back in the gym. I was like, damn, am I not working out enough? Like, you know what I'm saying? That was my mentality. But I used to call home, and I'm like, soon as Buddy get in foul trouble, it's over. He got in foul trouble twice. He got in foul trouble game 1. I had like 15. We played against Richmond University. Okay. Game 2, we played against Ryder. One of the Thompson brothers was there, and they was whooping our ass. They was up like 17-2. Buddy in front of me. Shout out to Rob Kiefer. Rob Kiefer's the one in front of me. Nice guy. He picked up his second foul again, and I'm just laughing like, he done messed up. Because I'm not looking back when I come in here. I'm to the cup. I'm AI crossing. I'm hitting threes. We down. All that, like, this is personal. Like, I got to get to the league, and y'all done cost me 2 games of film.
Straight up.
Next game, first career start, 26 at the crib, school record, most points in the first career start. I'm out here killing. Like, I'm dunking, I'm yelling. There's nobody in the stands. I'm yelling at nobody.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, and I got to where I'm at today, just internal motivation. Like, make it fun. Pretend it's 20,000 here. So then when I get to the tournament and it's really 20,000, I'm going crazy. Because I've been envisioning what this is going to be like and feel like my whole life. I watch Duke on TV. I watch Carolina, Kansas. They own dorms. They got chefs. They getting per diem.
The Jays.
They got the Jays.
You got the Jordans on.
Team plane. They flying private. We flying by the toilets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Smell the toilet the whole ride till it's.
I'm taking ice baths in trash cans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm angry. You know what I mean? Like, it's not their fault, but like, I needed something to create in my head to make it so that when I got to work out at 6 a.m., I'm working out with a purpose. It's like, no, I'm not just doing this for this now. This is personal, because when I play against this kid who had it easy, I don't mean like growing up easy. I mean like he was just a silver spoon kid once he got to where he's at. Yeah. He don't know what this grind is like. He don't know what it's like to hike this mountain in the snow.
Every time you step between them lines, it means more to you. I be telling the kids nowadays, because you see some of these kids don't give the effort. Like they don't care. They out there too cool. Man. Like they just out there getting 30 or something. They get a dunk and have 8 points, and they swag. It's like they had 30 and 15 or something. I be like, man, when I step between them lines, and it reminds me of you too, how hard you go. When you step between them lines, it means too much to me. Right. Not to go hard. It means too much to me not to run fast or hustle on defense and play hard. That's what it's about.
Take me to your junior year. After you 3-time all conference, you done won Players of the Years, Rookie of the Years, y'all done won the titles in the conference, but you decided to go back for a year. You was a prospect for the league as a junior, but you came back. Why did you go back?
I had never experienced what it was like to be the man, like going into a season, right? Like I was a very good mid-major player. Like they knew I was good in Bethlehem, some of the other cities. We played Navy, Army, American, Colgate. But the world didn't really know, like, he's the man. And I wanted to go through that from the beginning. Preseason All-American, first team. I went to CP3 skills, KD skills. I'm at all the Nike events, killing, playing against all the best college players. I'm going to use the air quotes again, all the best high major players in the country. And I wanted to experience that. But I love college. Like, I didn't think I was going to like it that much. I was like, this is fun. Like, I want to get to the money and take care of my family, but one more year of no responsibility, just hoop, go to class. I can go to my frat homies' places. I can go to sororities. I had met my wife. So I was in a place where I was just really happy and content and comfortable. And although I knew change was coming, I wasn't necessarily ready yet. And I told my mom, I said, if I leave, I'm not coming back. I said, once I get to the money, I don't think I would be able to go back to school. And I had promised her I would graduate, and I was making the dean's list, and I was doing so well. I just felt like all those things, and I heard I was going to be mid to late first, and I was like, if they see me, if they think I'm mid to late first off that one game, like wait till they come in every night to watch, and they can really see. And people were like, well, are you sure you want to be evaluated? I said, I'm not running from nothing.
Right.
I want them to see every part of my game because it's not a lot of flaws. Like, I'm a college kid that can score at all 3 levels. Like, what you want? Like, what more do you want? And I wanted to get back to the tournament because I felt like I was good then, but I felt like I was better, I was smarter, I was sharper. I really understood like the preparation that goes into like getting through a 30-game season, conference tournament, and then going to play the big boys. And I wanted all that smoke. And I had lined up, I had a list of teams I wanted to play, gave them to my coach. They was all running from us. Shout out to Tom Izzo. He would play us. We played against Tom Izzo my junior year, but most of the teams, Syracuse, I can name them, they all was running from us. They said, we'll play you when CJ leaves. Every school that didn't recruit me in Ohio, I wanted to play them. Ohio State wouldn't play us. Cincinnati wouldn't play us. Hit list. Every school that was close to me or that I wanted to go to, Notre Dame, Penn State. Penn State played us my freshman year, wouldn't play us again. Dayton played us. I had 42. Or no, Kent State played us. I had 42. My sophomore year, they was like, we're not playing y'all no more. Akron. They wouldn't play us. So I had a list, and they was running from us. But moral of the story is Iowa State, they would play us when they had Royce White. Like some of those types of schools where Pittsburgh, like I was happy to be able to like go play those teams. And then, you know, this was the first time in my life I'm showing up to practice, and it's 10 credentialed NBA teams watching me practice in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
What that was like when you started seeing?
I was looking like, who's that? And then I'll be asking our media guy, like, yo, who watching today? Like, what team is this? Oh, they need a guard. Yeah. Oh, y'all need a guard, huh?
He don't even know about scouts coming to high school games for him. You know, they was at high school.
That's wild.
They came check me out at high school. I mean, at college practice. You know, they would come to his high school game. He didn't really get to nudge nobody and ask what's going on. He just had the hearsay. He seen the team polo shirts.
Did you know it was going to be Portland? Or did you think it was going to be somewhere else?
Honestly, I thought I was going to the Kings. The Kings promised me 7 days. I'm like, if you're there, we're going to take you. They actually called me back for a second workout. And I hit my agent, and I was like, I don't really want to work out again. Like, I'm tired. Yeah. Like, I done went through, like, I rehabbed my fractured foot right into the pre-draft. I was like, I'm tired. I just want to chill.
How many workouts did you do?
I only did like 10.
See, y'all blessed.
I only did like 10. See, but I worked out for them twice. It's basically all lottery teams.
That's why I'm saying y'all blessed. You only did like 2. And you said
I didn't do no 2.
He did 3. He did 3.
I did like 6.
Okay, I know listen, 10 and under is
the process was great for me. I'm not going to lie to you. It was cool, but I thought I was going to the Kings. Then I thought I was going to Detroit because they had Joe Dumars, and he was a small school guard. I was like, he might mess with me. You know what I'm
Might
saying?
see the vision.
They took
He wasn't
KCP.
6'6".
Nah, he ain't see the vision. Nah, he ain't. Minnesota Timberwolves. I can't remember who they drafted. I think they took Trey Burke and traded him to Utah. Tim, Dame had texted me, and he was like, I think we're going to draft you. And then my phone died. When it, like, pick 7 or 8, he was like, uh-oh. And then my phone died. And then...
How the hell your phone died on draft day? You just doing too much.
I was on Twitter scrolling.
So did you know Dame already before the draft?
Yeah, we had talked my whole senior year. After I broke my foot, we talked. One of our mutual friends connected us, and I was just asking him about the league.
That's random as hell.
We was friends before I got there. I was asking about the league, workouts, what I should be doing. He broke his foot, and we kind of went through that process. And then I met him during the draft lottery in person. So
crazy.
I knew him before I got drafted.
I never knew that.
already had trust.
So we had been texting for like 7 months, and then draft lottery, and then he was like, he was telling me that like, yo, you're gonna be a lottery pick, and I'm like, what? I just broke my foot. He's like, yo, I'm looking at the board every day. Like I go in there, and they got you going lottery, and I was like, for real?
True story. They be having their board. Well, you know now.
Yeah, now I know. I didn't know what it meant. I was like, what? You see the board? What board?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't know that
we knew each other before I got to the league, and it was during his rookie year. Like I was asking about workouts, and I was watching his license to Lillard, all of that. And
that's crazy.
he texted me, was like, uh-oh. And then I got drafted by Portland.
Yeah. Tell me this. You and Dame have been together, 9 years?
9.5 years.
And so, I mean, obviously over the years, there's been all these rumors and this and that. Had y'all talked about if a trade possibly happened and what, how y'all, because I know, like you said, I mean, I know from D. Wright that y'all is like really tight like that. So, you know what I'm saying, I knew y'all really rocked with each other. Did y'all get a chance to chop it up and talk about like what could happen before the trade ultimately happened?
Yeah, we have been talking. I joked about it for years. For like 3 or 4. I've been in trade rumors
long time,
forever, since I've been in the league. But like the last few years, we really like kind of like talked about it, talked around it, like bro, I might really be out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like those types of conversations, like just so you know what I'm saying? And he was always kept it 100 with me. We actually FaceTime like 4 days before I got traded, and I just called him. I was like, yo, bro, I'm just filling you in on some stuff, like what you hearing type conversations. And I'm just telling him like, look, I'm having great conversations with Joe, our GM, shout out to Joe. And we're going to work something out to where it's best for everybody. I said, I'm just letting you know I'm probably going to be out of here in the next 2 weeks, like just so you know, so you can kind of prepare. Like I've been with you a long time, you've been with me. And he was like, I told him basically like, I'm not going to be pretending I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
like,
up.
That's the real
like how a lot of
I ain't going to be pretending now.
A lot of bitter stuff be going on.
He said, I told him, I ain't gonna be pretending I don't know nothing. Like C is my guy. So if y'all coming to me asking me about stuff or telling me stuff, I gotta go tell it to him. And they was like,
salute Dame Dollar right here, right now.
We respect that, and we're talking to CJ directly, so you don't have to do that. And he was like, I said, I'm talking to them directly,
straight up,
live and direct. So I appreciate the candidness, not just from him, but the organization. It was great to me. And they don't always handle it like that.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful that they handled it like that. I felt like it was a great split. It's like bad divorces out there, and like we all had bad breakups, I presume, in our life. Yeah. And that wasn't one of them. That was one where like I left on great terms. I gave him all I had. I gave you all I had. You gave me all you had, and you sent me somewhere that I wanted to go, somewhere I can be successful, somewhere I can be the best version of myself. I can help build this community. I can help build up this team and play alongside some young dogs. Yeah. So, like, thank you. I really appreciate that. And, like, my wife told me, she was like, CJ, like, this is an opportunity, where you are really loved. They really gonna love you, especially when they see, like, how you really are. Like, they got glimpses of me in Portland. But just watching games, like I'm really gonna be out here. Like I'm out here. Like when I hoop, like I really care about this game. I care about this community, the players, and like the fans are starting to see it. Like they're like, oh, he's nice. Oh, he really nice. Like you know what I mean? It's like I am. Like I really work.
I'm excited for you, man, to get your opportunity to do you, be a leader. Come somewhere and just put your love on the city of how great you is, man. That's definitely some dope stuff. I'm excited to watch you, especially you and Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, the one thing I like, though, the way that you and Dame were. You know what I'm saying? Because like you say, with a lot of those rumors and stuff, is great. I mean, I could assume that from the outside looking in because y'all always stayed down, but like to hear you say and reaffirm that the way y'all communicated with each other throughout, that really shows, you know what I'm saying, that y'all rock with each other, and that's the way it should go down. But we all know that it doesn't always go down that way. Like when he said the whole I'm not gonna act like I don't know nothing. Like that's happened a lot of times where it's just like I don't know, but you know, and it's like that really shows that y'all some real dudes and y'all rock with each other in a different way, and that's refreshing to hear. Cause I could talk to him any kind of way. I could slap shit out of him and we still gonna be cool tomorrow, you know.
Right, but y'all built that sweat equity together.
There
like
you go.
y'all got a abnormal amount of respect for each other, and it's not
You
like
know,
that.
this my oldest boy. I've been beating his ass so long. You know, this my oldest boy. I love him. You know,
and it's funny that you say that because like I see these teams and like obviously I know how the league works. I know how it works very well in the position I'm in today. But a lot of guys act like they don't know, and it's like if you're the best player on the team, the highest paid player, you know who's getting traded.
Thank you.
Especially if they think y'all that cool.
You know who's getting traded, and you know when they're getting traded, and you know who they're getting traded for.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's just funny. It's like
Message.
you can't play a baby.
My granddad used to say you can't be slicker than a can of oil now.
Yeah, I feel like King Ivory jumping in the bushes. Message.
Moves that started a movement. You're not the first to go from a mid-major and go to the league, but now it's a lot more guys, and they looking for a lot more guys instead of just looking at the big colleges. And you played for a backcourt that was all mid-major, you know what I'm saying? Just talk about that in general. I feel like that's a move to start movements. Talk about that in general, the mid-major guys that's coming out and just making their way to this league.
Yeah, I've grown very fond of mid-major players because of the circumstances that they got to go through.
Yeah.
You know, it's different. The scrutiny that you face is not the same as the high-level kids. You don't get so many opportunities to play on the big stage, and you judge solely on that performance.
Mm-hmm.
If you play poorly, they're like, he's not ready. He's in a mid-major. He can't.
And you got to win the tournament to get out.
And you got to win the tournament to get out. Like, not the regular season joint.
Yeah,
you got to win the one where I'm playing at Bucknell. And they cheat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I have a greater appreciation for that, the struggle, and then just to see the success that came before me, like Steph Curry, George Hill, Jimmer, like all those guys, and BYU's not really mid-major. They had 17,000 at the games. But like all those players that came before me, if they would have failed, they wouldn't have, Eric Maynard, if they didn't play well, they don't take that chance on me. E. Maynard was super nice.
Was nice.
When he hit that game winner against Duke, I said, oh, I gotta beat Duke too.
He was nice.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I told y'all the same thing. I was like, bro, keep the door open. And that just means hoop. Don't come here messing around. Don't come here taking this game for granted. Remember what you came from to get here. And leave the door open for the next guy. And I think somebody stuck their arm in, put their foot in. Like somebody some of us is walking in there, you know what I'm saying?
It's a little bit more wide open than it used to be.
And now they taking more chances on guys because of our success.
Y'all put the spotlight to where now it's like, no, we can't let these stones be unturned. We got to look everywhere. These boys is out here, and y'all really made it like that.
But it started with the guys that came before us. I'm thankful because if they wouldn't have handled their business, I might not be here talking to y'all.
What was it like for you that the year that you they lose LaMarcus, and it's the time for somebody to step up,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And you stepped up and like, nah, it ain't just gonna be Dame here. It's gonna be Dame and me. You stepped up. What was that year like for you?
No, it was similar to my high school experience, right? Didn't play a lot. Is he good enough? You know, can he score at this level? Can he create? And I just needed a real chance. I got drafted I was a lottery pick, drafted to a team who was second in the West. Like we had Mo Williams, Chris Kaman, D. Wright, Nico, Wes, L.A., Robin Lopez. Like we had a squad.
Yeah.
Steve Blake.
Yeah, that was a playoff team.
We had 10 like legit NBA players,
Real
like
talk.
10 years.
Whole
like 10
rotation.
guys playing 10 years. So I was a guy, lottery pick just on a team with a bunch of vets. Then I got hurt. There was no minutes for me. Coach didn't want to play a young guy over those guys. I understood it. And he used to tell me, he was like, you know, my guy MCW, Michael Carter Williams, was 11th pick to the Sixers. I was a pick away from going to the Sixers. And he was getting triple doubles, and he's killing.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. And my coach is like, you know, if you were in a different situation, you'd be running for Rookie of the Year, but, you know, you're not. And I'm like, thanks. Like, but I get what you're saying, and I appreciate the conversation because, like, in your head as a young player, you're like, is it like, what's wrong? Like,
because you feel like you're missing a year. You're missing time.
It's 2 years.
You know
how was it mentally for you when they said you gotta go play in the D League?
G League. So that was tough. But I was coming off an injury, so I wasn't really tripping because it was just like, all right, I got to rehab. First, I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. Nah, they can to try to leave me down here. I was like, they're going to leave me in Idaho. I'm gonna be in Idaho.
I don't think I could have did it. I don't think they would have said. I don't think they could.
I did 3 games. I did a back-to-back day off game, and I flew back. But I was coming off a broken foot, and it was my second foot fracture, and I was on a minute restriction, so it was cool. Once I got there, I was like, this is cool. Like, I don't want to do this all year, but it's cool, and it just gives you a different type of appreciation. Like, I was back to seeing, like, how good I got it. You know, you get a glimpse of that, and you come back to the league, and, like, the story coming full circle was I played, like, 14 minutes a game my second year in the league, and then they trade Nico on draft night. LA walks. They're not going to re-sign West. West gets, like, $74 million in Dallas. And they like, CJ, we're going to start you at shooting guard, and you're going to play backup point guard. And I was like, start me at shooting guard. Play me at back. I was like, this is like 34 minutes. Yeah, you're going to play about 32 to 35 minutes a night. I said, what?
Out of 48?
Call home. I said, I'm about to kill. I'm about to kill. They about to give me they about to get, like, you going to let me run the second unit? I'm about to be playing against backups with the ball in my hands? I'm about to kill. And they're like, just go do what you do. And that summer, I was like, this is just how it was in high school. Like, you went from not playing a lot to getting a chance to play. I was like, don't blow it by not being ready. If you blow it any other way, that's cool, but it ain't gonna be because you wasn't ready. So I made sure I was ready. Conditioning, I'm running on track. I hate running. I'm running on turf. I'm running up the hills. I go back home, like back to the old school, McKinley Monument, all of that. Like back to like my homegrown training, like how I got to where I'm at. I went back to all of that. And I was like, this is how I know I'm gonna be successful because this is what I've done forever. Mornings, 500, night, 500. Sneaking into the gym, all of that. Then you get the NBA, they got the finger scanner, 2 a.m. Can't sleep.
Yeah.
Somebody always available. My guy John Yam always available.
That's that Paul Allen right there. You walk in, you just put that fingerprint right there. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing that since something.
I ain't know about that when I was with LA. After I left LA and went on the greener pastures, you know, because Donald Sterling wasn't putting no funds into us. We practiced at LA Southwest College, bro, junior college, in the hood. Shout out to all y'all out there, LA Southwest. You know what I'm saying? We was with our people, though. But after I got up out of there, you know, Phoenix was nice and decent. And you already know New York City's now. You already know now. They do it big out there. Everywhere else I went, I get all that access whenever I want to go to the gym. But LA, we couldn't even take showers after practice, bro.
Did you and Dame used to talk about, like, y'all being the best backcourt? Because I remember, like, they used to put other people backcourts above y'all. And then by the end of the season or as time went by, y'all was arguably the best, or if not the second best backcourt of them all, of all the people they named. Did y'all used to talk about like that? Because y'all always, thing I loved about y'all so much, it seems like no matter who it was, y'all accepted that challenge.
Right.
Like, oh, no, we coming in here, we going there, whether y'all ready to play or not. Like, we in this bitch.
No, we wanted all the smoke for sure. I think when we were younger, like, we cared about that stuff. But as we got older, it was just like, I don't care what they think. Like, I'm about to go out here and try to serve, play to the best of my ability. And the fact that we went from not really being mentioned to being mentioned, like, that showed the growth and the strides that we had made to where, like, 1, 2, 3, it didn't matter. We was just trying to win, man. I think that was it. It was like, if we win, like, who cares?
Mentally, in 2015-16, that year, that's your breakout year. You start averaging 31 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? You average a dub. After that season, like, well, during and after, like halfway through and after, like, how was you feeling mentally? Like, now, like, you know, this is what I've been trying to get to, and now I'm finally getting, like, what did that feel like to be in the league? You averaging, you play 80 games, almost all the games, and then you averaging a dub in the league, and you, like, now, like, what did that feel like?
Yeah, I felt like the work had come full circle. I think that was the biggest thing for me. It was like, this is what you always wanted. I always prayed for a chance. I never asked for, you know, outrageous things. I used to just pray, like, just give me a chance. All I need is a chance, and I won't blow it. I'll take full advantage. And I finally got a chance, and that's all I needed. And it was just reassuring to be able to see the work that you put in as a kid, you know, 10 years old, 15, 20, 22. And it was just like, wow, Like if you really do work and do things the right way, have the right approach, you're a good human being, great things happen for you. And you just got to be patient. Because I think as a kid and even as a young adult, you want everything right away.
Right.
Yeah,
You thinking that you're reaping what you sow right away. And it's like, no, you got to plant the seed and let the seed take its time.
Years, stack them days on up.
Stack those days and understand that you got to keep watering your plant for your plant to grow. And it's not going to grow right away. You might come back from a road trip and your plant is just like your kid, like, right? Like I've been away from my son and he looks different than he did when I left 6 days ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like you got to be patient and understand that when it's meant to be, it's going to be. And I'm just thankful that I had the patience. I'm thankful that the organization had the fortitude to withstand some injuries, to withstand, you know, me not playing.
Yeah.
And then knowing that, like, they see me behind the scenes. They seen how I worked. They seen my approach. They knew I was going to be good. So I don't think they were surprised because they seen me. And my teammates, they seen me.
Yeah.
I think the rest of the league just didn't know.
Didn't know.
To win the most improved that year, like, what is that like? Because that's an award.
Yeah.
I don't care what award it is. If
If
you win an award in the
big
league,
time
and like
award.
that one to be, you know, most improved is a sign of your work. That's a nod directly to you working and improving. Like, what did that feel like to earn that award?
No, it was cool because it's funny. At first, they was talking about most improved, and I was like, in my head, I was like, I've been good.
That's more sick.
No, you get what I'm saying. Like,
I do.
like,
I know what you're
think about a younger version of yourself.
I
And
know
you're
what
like,
you're
I've
saying.
been nice. What is they talking about?
yeah.
Like, I just played 32 minutes and got the
Right.
ball
Yeah.
now. But like, when you look back at it, like as it progressed, you know, it was cool to just kind of see, like you said before, like how far I've come as a player, as a person, from a maturity standpoint to a understanding of what it takes to be a pro, my understanding of the business of basketball. Everything has grown so much, and to just be recognized in that manner is a testament to, like you said, hard work. Opportunity matters, but a lot of people get opportunities and they blow them,
Right.
and they're not ready. So
when you grew up, like I know you worked out with your brother, and that was the person that you was watching. But who was some of the NBA guys, or maybe even the college guys that you took a move here or something there from? You was like, man, that was my guy right there, and that's who I wanted to play like.
I watched a lot of the Kobe, may he rest in peace. I watched a lot of Kobe, like interviews, everything, just because of, like, I seen the air balls, right? Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to watch guys that failed before they succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see how they handled it and like what type of work they put in to be successful. So a lot of Kobe, a lot of AI, the crossover, I watched the documentary and everything, because he was small. He had the chip, but he was a dog. I watched a lot of Rip Hamilton because I played off the ball.
Yeah.
So being able to just like live in the mid range, right? I got to be able to come off pin downs. How do I re-get my feet set? I watched a lot of Sweet Ray, like catch and shoot, beautiful jump shot. Played in the Jays, like he got game,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, Jesus. So like I watched a lot of them play, but then it was just more so like I'm just doing film breakdowns on everything, like who's good at dribbling, right? Steal something. Who's good at shooting? Not just off the dribble. Who's a catch and shoot, like foundational player? I would watch the balance, watch all of that. And then it was like, who do I play like? And it's like, I want to take some of that. I want to take some of that. I want to have a little mid post. I want to be able to get to the left elbow, the right elbow, and I would just steal. I still steal to this day. I watch Kyrie. I'm watching Clay's footwork. I'm watching Steph. I'm watching everybody that's nice. And they're all nice in different areas, and I'm stealing their moves. I'm watching DeMar's mid-post game. I'm watching the pump fakes.
Ridiculous.
All, like, I want to see it. And then in the summertime, I will pull up. Like, I will pull up to get some work in. I'm stealing everything. I need to get better. And I think that's a sign of growth, maturity, but also that I still love this game because I'm on League Pass. I got the iPad. I got my phone, I got the TV. I'm watching 3 games and I'm FaceTiming.
Speaking of that, because I was just finna ask you, like these days, these guys play basketball, but they don't watch it. Like we grew up watching. I used to go to my high school girls' games. I used to just anything that was pertaining to basketball. I watched everything.
Yes, that's what we are.
But these guys don't watch basketball. How important it is to watch basketball? Because I watched League Pass so much. When I walked in the gym, I already knew the scouting report and what they did because I be watching 3-4 games a night. How important is it to just watch the game and just to see the game?
It's super important. I talk to CP about this all the time. I watch the Suns a lot too. I love watching him in book. It's like
one of my favorite right now too.
It's like the purest form of basketball watching them play. But I never understood why guys didn't watch basketball. It gives you the answers to the test.
Give you the test.
Like, we played Memphis, right? Memphis is on a back-to-back. They're about to go play Portland. I bet you 4 out of those 15 players is probably watching the game. The other 8 or 9 didn't watch.
True.
And it's like you about to see the plays that they're going to run, how they're going to guard pick and rolls, who sits in the drop.
Yeah.
The pace of the game, the flow of the game, tendencies. I just never understood it. But like you said, like, I'm a hoop junkie. I really love basketball. CP really loves basketball. Like, everybody don't really love it.
It's weird to me though, because for me to be, I've always been like this, and he like this. Most of my tightest partners, we are the same way. So when I remember when I was working in director player development for Detroit Pistons, and I remember, I'm not gonna say who, I remember going to somebody's room and I'm like, you know, everybody, I play 2K, I play video games and shit, but like, my TV always on the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's some ESPN, TNT games or whatever, I remember coming to the room and I'm like, man, you ain't got the game on, man. You got the damn game hooked up to the game TV. I'm like, nah, bro, like, what you doing, man? And that was like when I was really realizing, like, y'all boys don't even watch basketball, man. Like,
They don't.
that's why you don't know who you guarding about to do against you. If you just watch the game, like, bro, we watch, like, bro, Catino Mobley, Paul Pierce, all these people, I know every move you doing. Now I just gotta learn how to stop it. But I know what you about to do. I've seen it too many times.
Right.
Y'all don't even watch hoop, bro. Like, that's foreign to me. I don't understand how, like, all right, if it's summertime and no hoop on, like, I get sick when it comes to the time where it's baseball and soccer on my TV screen and tennis or something. Like, when there ain't no hoop on, I'll be like, oh, man, like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is we gonna do?
Yeah.
But I don't understand people that hoop and don't watch basketball. That's foreign to
It's
me.
wild, and it's a younger generation, like you said. And I think it just stems from how we was wired. We wired differently. Like, we really watched. I want to see how the refs is reffing games.
Man.
I want to know
I don't know what's
what
going
they
on.
calling, what they not calling.
Oh,
Who
you
calls,
can't talk to Joey? Oh, I ain't talking to Joey.
who
I
calls
seen
illegal
Game
screens?
10 with
Who doesn't? Who I can push off and they're not gonna call my push
Y'all
off?
don't even
Who
learn.
is?
These young boys don't even learn these referees' officials' names. Like, that was one of the first things our OGs taught us when we got in the league. Like,
we
hey,
got in the league. We used to
go in
play
there and
the
look
game,
at
we
go in
walking
the
up
training room and go
shaking.
look at the pictures and the names so you can go speak to them when you go out there.
Yeah, that man, just the little stuff, man. But like, everybody not built like that.
Tell me, is this true? You know, I heard you missed the bus coming on to New Orleans when you first got traded. Tell us all about that story.
Wait, how, Sway?
Listen,
Like, how they forget you?
listen. So, trade gets confirmed, right? I'm packing. I had probably already started packing, if I'm being honest. So I'm getting everything ready, like the week of, like, I'm about to get traded. Tell my wife, like, yo, like, we're gonna have to leave soon, or I'm gonna have to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how the transition gonna go. I ain't never did this before, but I've seen it. I'm gonna have to go to the city, whatever.
Then you come.
Then you come, do whatever. You bring a little man. We gotta get a dog sitter for our dog because Fiona ain't coming like right away, and whatever. I'm like, bet. They call me. They like, hey, when do you want to come? I'm like, ASAP, like Rocky. But I got a doctor's appointment for my little man. It's 1 month, and I don't want to miss it since I'm gonna be gone. So can we leave at 4:00? They're like, yeah, we can leave at 4:00. Bet. Call my agent. I'm leaving at 4:00 tomorrow. Whatever. Little man got an appointment at 12. It's an hour there, hour back. We're gonna be there for about 45 minutes. Cool. I packed the night before. Everything's ready. Bags by the door. Car service ready. Whatever. I'm taking my time. Eat lunch. Eat lunch with my wife, my kids. Say my goodbyes. Take a picture of little man. Get in the car. I'm doing the Players Tribune article for like by Portland on my way to the airport. I get to the airport, I get to the gate, and the driver's like reading the tail number. And I don't know the tail number, I don't know nothing. I know that Mrs. Benson sent her plane and that I'm leaving at 4:00. The lady like, that plane left. I'm on the phone. She's like, the plane left. I'm like, what? Hold on, I'm gonna call you back. I hang up the phone. And the driver's like, she's saying the plane left. I said, read the tail again. So he reads the tail to her. And she says, I'm looking at the plane. The plane is over Boise. The plane already left.
It's over Boise. It's gone.
Boise. It's gone.
Gone.
I said, pull the car around and like, go into aviation. So he pulled the car around and go into aviation. And I asked the lady, because like I fly private on occasion. It's way too much money, but I've done it before, so I know the lady there. She like, yeah, that plane left like 35, 40 minutes ago. I said, who was on the plane? Who was on the plane?
I'm the main train person. What's going on?
I said, was Tony on the plane? She was like, I think so. I said, it was a tall black guy. She was like, yeah. I text Tony. I said, did you leave, bro? Did you leave me, bro? Tony got a BlackBerry. If you know about the BlackBerries, they don't work on planes. So no response. I called my agent. I hit Ashley from my agency, and I said, yo, I think the plane left. I hit my wife. She's like, what? Does that mean, my wife was like, does that mean you coming back home? I said, nah. I said, nah, they're going to either send another plane or whatever. So they called, whatever. They're like, so sorry, there was miscommunication, whatever. Long story short, I don't think that pilot has a job anymore. But I see Tony, and I'm like, bro, what's up, bro? Like, he said, honestly, see, like, I was up, he got kids. He's like, I was with the kids all night. And I just got on the plane, I went to sleep. He said, I ain't see you, and I thought that you left me. I said, so when you seen that I wasn't on the plane and you thought that I left you, you didn't think to call me? He said, bro, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. They woke him up while he was sleeping and said, we got to turn around and go get CJ. Like, they turned around.
They hit the U in the sky.
Some food and waited. I wasn't mad like God's plan. Like I'm just thankful that like I'm in a position where like these are first world problems. Like they gotta turn the jet around and come get me.
Right.
Like,
that's the problem. Was that a legal U-turn in the sky, man? Because they did a U-turn in the sky and came back.
The lady was like, yeah, the planes look like it's turning. Oh, it made a circle. It's turning around.
So you mentioned that, you know, that the team Portland worked with you and got you to a place where you, so to speak, wanted to go. So what was it about New Orleans? Now that you're here, you know, you had your couple games under your belt. What was attractive about this situation for you?
I think it was a combination of things. The culture, the city, the people, the love. You can feel it, you know what I'm saying? And I felt it from afar, like playing here. We got swept by the Pelicans, you know, when Drew and AD was here. But just the atmosphere. And if you do what you're supposed to do in a town, in a city like this, you'll be loved forever. And if you embrace them the same way they embrace you, you can become legendary. And it's not even necessarily about that. I wanted to be where I was wanted, where I was needed. There's a lot of culture here, a lot of diversity. The food is fire. And they got a lot of young talent. They got a lot of really good basketball players. Coached by Willie Green, former player. They got Trajan as the GM. They got Griff, Zion, B.I., JV, you know what I'm saying, D. Graham, Herb. But there's a lot of talent on this roster, and I think I can get the most, not only out of my career, out of my situation, out of my development, but also out of the guys. Like, I know what it takes to win. I've seen it. I've done it. I've played in Portland. I played alongside one of the top 75 greatest players of all time. Like, I know what it takes to be successful consistently. And I can not only tell you about it, but I can show you because I've done it. And I think that, you know, I'm just what they're needed. They're just what I needed, especially at this stage in my life. And I think there's no better time for me to be ready. 30 years old. I've been in the playoffs 8 straight years. We're going to try to make it 9.
Hey, listen, 2016, 2017, that was a beautiful year for you, July 27th, when you signed that 4-year extension. What was that like? Like, that was beep, 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 babe. What's that? That's the Brinks truck pulling into the driveway. Don't worry about that. What did that feel
That was
like?
July?
July 27th?
Time is flying.
2006. Hey, public service now. This how you act when you get used to it and you add on to the little money that you had to get. When you first got it, it was a big deal. He like, that's when it was? He like, yeah.
Nah, I almost cried, if I'm being honest. It's funny. Like, I remember going through negotiations and seeing what guys were signing for, and like, you know, I always say comparison's a thief of joy, so I never compare myself to people, but like, contract is a contract, right? So you kind of looking around, see what guys are getting. You're like happy. Like, I'm never envious. Like, happy for people. I want to see everybody get paid, especially people that come from circumstances like the ones in which we come from. Right. So I was happy to see guys get paid, and I knew my payday was coming. And it actually was in Vegas. My now wife was my girlfriend at the time. We was in Vegas, and I think it was for Summer League. And I was about to fly to TBT to watch my brother play. He was playing in that TBT tournament every year. They won it 4 times. Shout out to my brother. Exactly. But I was about to fly to Philly. I had a plane ticket to Philly. I think this was when I was still flying emergency exit row. And I had an emergency exit row ticket to Philly to go watch my brother playing the TBT. My agent was like, where are you? I was like, I'm in Vegas. I was like, I fly to Philly tomorrow to go see my brother. He was like, don't get on the plane. I was like, why? He's like, I think we're going to have your deal done by the night. And I was like, oh, we getting it done that fast? Like, free agency kind of just started. I'm thinking like I got some time. He said, don't leave. And he's like, don't hoop for the next few days. I was working out in Vegas. He's like, don't hoop. I don't want you getting hurt. I'm like, all right, I'm in Vegas. Can't leave, can't hoop.
What I'm gonna do?
Guess I'm gonna play blackjack. So I take my little $50 and I go play, $15 hands in blackjack. I'm cheap. And he calls me and he was like, yeah, I think we're going to get a deal done. And I was like, how many years? He's like, I think this is a 4-year one. 4 years. I was like, 4 years. Okay. He was like, 106 million. I said, 106 what? Sorry, I was about to faint, almost threw up. I was like, oh.
Boy, like,
Me?
it's the big one.
For me? He's like, yeah, 106 million, blah, blah, blah. He's like, congratulations, it'll be done. Like, he's like, we'll sign the papers tomorrow. I said, I can sign the papers right now.
Right now.
Tell them DocuSign, what they be using.
I'm sleeping
Sign
at the
now.
door. Like, I'll be there.
I said, we can just do this now.
Yeah.
He's like, no, we'll do it in person. You got to do it physical, whatever. He was like, when can your family make the press conference? I said, for 106 million, they can make the press conference whenever.
On D-Way.
I'm about to sit down and wrap myself in bubble wrap. Just wait till y'all get the papers to me. Don't make sure nothing happens to us.
Man, we went out
Bump
there.
into nothing.
We went out that night. It was a good night. Came back. Flew to Portland. Just smiling. I'm riding bikes around Portland.
stop
I'm
cheating.
downtown.
Riding the bike.
Riding bikes around downtown Portland. Just smiling. People looking at me like, what's wrong with them? Like, they have no idea.
Hey, so that leads me straight into my next question. I always like to ask, now you got a big bag. You got 106 tickets. What did CJ do to treat himself after all this hard work and everything you did? I ain't talking about what you did for mom or nobody. I'm talking about what you did that you know
was me.
you like this was all me. And I probably won't do it no more because you older and more mature now. But like I want to hear something reckless, if there's anything reckless.
Nah, it was nothing crazy. Like, I bought my mom a car, I bought my dad a car, nothing crazy. My dad's car, we actually didn't buy him one until like 2018. I think second deal, because he already had a nice little Benzo. He was already,
He's already with me.
Pops worked 30 years. He was good. Mom's had a nice car too, but I want to take care of her first. So we took care of her first. But I didn't buy nothing crazy. I bought a chain, not these ones. I bought a bigger cross that I still wear, which was like 10 racks, which is a lot. And then I bought a suite. I like to go to Browns games, right? So I like sporting events. I like to create moments that like I can remember forever. Yeah. Like I remember as a kid, like watching the Browns on TV. Mm-hmm. Now I can go to like football games. So I got a suite for like a bunch of my friends and family. That was a lot. That was a bigger ticket, like 30 racks. Okay. But that's all I did. Like I didn't do nothing crazy. Like I was I signed the contract out in between a workout. I signed the contract. I went and worked out. I drove my little baby Benz home. They called my Benz the baby mama Benz because it was a small one, not the big joint. Because I was just like
So how long before you traded in the baby
mama
Benz?
Still
got the big boy Benz.
I still got the baby mama Benz, but what I did do was I did get a deal with Chevy the next year. So I was driving a Chevy for free. I always thought bigger picture. I wasn't gonna buy a car until it was the car I really wanted. So I had to deal with Chevy, and then now I got a deal with Mercedes. So I ended up. The first like really nice car I bought an Aston Martin, but that wasn't until like 2000. I got
James
a check.
Bond status.
You still got the baby mama Benz?
I still got the baby mama Benz.
Who gets the baby mama Benz?
So anybody that comes to visit me, they get to drive the baby mama Benz.
That's the kick around car.
That's the kicker car.
Come in town.
The homies get it's a candy apple red, tinted windows. On the back, instead of it saying like something AMG, it says CJM3 AMG.
All right, so now if y'all see the baby mama Benz, make sure y'all toot that horn now.
Toot that horn. But yeah.
You said it was supposed to be a what?
It's a CLA 45 AMG, but it says CJM3 AMG. It's a small 4-door coupe.
I know what it is.
The baby mama Benz.
CLA, that is, come on, man.
That's what I bought myself my
this
rookie year.
lets me know that he way too frugal in life, and he's one of those guys that I ain't look. He said, you got to listen to the context. He said, I got a Chevy deal where I got free cars. He said, I got a Benz deal where I got a free car. So he ain't, he ain't dealt out a lot of money for a lot of stuff.
I got a Maybach. I got a Maybach. And all that.
Let me bring that back. Maybach. Oh, okay.
Maybach music.
Okay, good.
84 bottles at the bubble. And you had to keep your room at 60.
What the hell?
84 bottles of wine. You had to keep your room temperature at under 60.
That sound like I got a problem. Here's the thing,
That
man.
does sound crazy.
It's cold in the mug.
It was more than...
You in Florida. You down there with us. We in
you
Orlando. It's hot as hell in Orlando.
I sleep with pajamas and a hoodie, like a hoodie on.
That's what
But
you
here's
do.
the thing, though, like... I enjoy certain things, the real estate, wine, stuff like that. So I save my money for those types of investments. But the wine was more so I have my own wine, McCollum Heritage 91. So I actually brought 300 bottles into the bubble, but I dispersed of them. I gave them away to staff, players from all the teams because it was a case study to see if they really liked it. It wasn't like a forced situation. Okay. It was more like people that really like wine. I wanted to make sure they tasted my wine so I could get honest feedback. You know,
I would love to get a bottle.
I got you.
He's wine connoisseur. My wife the wine person.
My rosé comes out next month, so I got you. I'll put you on the mailing list. I have it sent. Ashley's gonna watch this interview, so I'll make sure that she sends you a nice little care package. But I had a lot of bottle, but Mello likes wine, like JJ Redick. We drinking with a bunch of like wine heads, so we exchanging wines. I'm gifting wines to staff, so I gave away 300 bottles.
What's the feedback that you get from
people? Really mess with my wine. It sells out
very
fast.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
So did I read that you just bought like a wine place, a farm where
318 acres.
Yeah, 318 acres. Where out there in Portland, you know all about the Portland wine. Portland, my man C Frizzle, China Fry out there in Portland.
Shanny, my guy,
doing this thing. So tell me about that. What's going on with that with the 318 acres?
Yeah. So I've been working on this for a while. Like you asked me what I do. Like I hoop. But I'm also like a businessman. I'm a business-oriented person who thinks about
businessman.
I think about the future. I think about my life when I'm no longer hooping and how I want it to look and what I want to pass down to my now son and however many more kids we have. Like I want to make sure that like my parents' life was better than their parents. My life is better than my parents, and I want his life to be better than mine. Word. So that's what I really been thinking about the next generation. And I created my wine label. My wife actually introduced me to wine in college. I created the wine label. I put the flower, her favorite flower on the bottle and kind of did all that stuff. And now the next step was to learn about the business of wine the last 5 years and to purchase a vineyard. So I purchased the land to build out a vineyard, and I'm actually starting to plant now. I plant my first 7 acres next month. My farm manager, shout out to my guy Simon, they're doing great work, and this is a business where I thought about the future. I don't need to be there to run a business. Right, just like whoever owns McDonald's, the Waltons or whatever, they not in all the McDonald's. Right, no, you hire competent people to run your business, and that's where I'm at now. To where I'll eventually plan out 150 to 200 acres. I'll have a nursery, an 18-acre nursery on the property where we'll sell flowers, things of that nature. I'm going to eventually build out trails for horseback riding and stuff like that. There's a lot of different attractions I'm going to have on the property. Farm to table. I want to do all of that stuff. But it's a slow build where I'll start with the wine first. Yeah. And then the next 2 years I'll lay out master plan. Then it'll be a year and a half build out for my vineyard and Airbnb.
Man, D-Miles, we're going to have to pull up on you and see what that be like, man. See what the whole situation
for sure. It'll be like, we in 2022. I'll be producing wine from my actual vineyard. Right now I have grape contracts with Alan Simon, some of my partners. I'll be producing wine from my actual vineyard probably in 2025. Like it'll be from my soil. And then my actual build out will be done like 25 or 26. I'd say 3 years. I'll be like 3 years from now, like my vineyard should be like, y'all can pull up.
Straight up. That's
crazy.
Yeah, I give it 3.5 because I'm gonna take my time.
In the bubble, room on 60. Cold. Did you have to put on your hoodie right before you walked in your room? Because I know it was
hood up for sure. Like,
why you take a shower in there though?
I sleep with beanie. I sleep with beanie on, all of that. Like,
how long was y'all there?
Sometimes I sleep with a scully. Like,
how long was y'all there though?
Midwest kid, like 60 days, 55, 60 days.
Y'all was there 2 months and you slept in your hoodie.
That's crazy.
I was sleeping in a hoodie.
The bubble was
I got
really
long sleeve
savage
PJs.
for a lot of folks.
It was tough out there, man. I told him it was
we
cool.
We was 10 minutes from y'all and wasn't coming nowhere near. 10 minutes. Wow. We stayed 10 minutes from Disney in Orlando, bro. We didn't want no parts of that.
It was a good
ride
time,
by like, look at them over there. Yeah, they
it's like an AAU. It's like a big
AAU. It's the biggest AAU tournament in the history of hoops.
Imagine you play a game, right, and you go to like another hotel and you like kicking it by the pool, and it's just like a bunch of like guys playing cards over here, like people sharing drinks over there. Like I'm like Kemba was with the Celtics. I'm like, that's one of my guys. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna bring some wine. We kick it. Like, it was just a really good vibe. Like, although we was away from our families and stuff, it was tough. It was the safest we had probably felt in years. Like, peak COVID, we all tested 3 times a day.
Yeah. Dang.
Tell me about being elected to president of the NBPA. Mm-hmm. How did that, like, what does that entail? And now you, like...
It's a lot of work.
El Presidente.
It's a lot of work, but I think for me, I talked about it being the next step in my maturation process was to figure out how to make it better for all of us as a whole going forward. And I'm thankful for how the game was when I got there, but I want to leave it better than when I found it. And by that, I mean education. I mean the business side of basketball. I mean really teaching young players. Like you came out of high school. Financial literacy is huge. How to budget. How to hire the right people. We're in a position now where we make a lot of money, but we don't come from money. Most of us don't. We don't come from people who know how to grow your money. We don't come from people who know how to hire a financial advisor. I didn't even like coming out like I need a financial advisor. You know what I mean? Like you don't know these types of things, and I want to make sure we're teaching our guys, but also instilling on the importance of education, not just going to college, but really learning about certain skills that you want to apply to your life. Like what do you want to do when you retire? All right, let's work on post-career work now. Why people still mess with you because when you retire, it's different.
Hey,
You don't be a conversation until it's too late.
Example,
You can put yourself in the hole. Now it's a conversation to do it when you can go ahead and do it early. Our families don't come from financial literacy.
Right.
I be telling people like, you sit down at a table with your mom, dad, brothers, sisters, whoever, and you not have one conversation about like communication, about real conversation about life and stuff like this. How you supposed to pay a bill? How you supposed to do this? How you supposed to do that?
I can remember having a conversation. This when I was with the Magic toward the end of my career. We were on a plane. I can't remember, plane, bus, whatever, going somewhere. Me, Jameer Nelson, and J.J. Redick were talking. And to hear JJ's perspective after he got drafted and to hear me and Jameer's was totally different. Like, I'm sure like, we like, yeah, man, we got to try and do this and that, try and get Pops and him a crib.
Take care of mom,
like,
dad.
you trying to take care of the family. And JJ looking at us like, nah, I didn't have, my Pops and them was telling me to do this and do that. Like, I didn't have to get them a house. I didn't have to get them a car. Like,
But
none
they
of
knew.
that is just, like you say, we don't come from the same type situation, so it's not even the same type of situation we going through when we do attain that money. We don't have the same type of knowledge being put into us or telling us like, hey, you do this or that, you do this or that. It's like, so we got to find our way a lot of times, more so than a lot of other people that don't come from the same scenarios as we do. So that definitely stands out.
How was it for you to interview the commissioner of the NBA? Like, we came in with David Stern. We see David, we see Adam. We shake hands, but we really don't have the time to interview them. None of the players really interview the commissioner, and especially interviewing while you playing. You know what I'm saying, in the league. So how was that for you?
I have a very good relationship with Adam, and I've known him since draft night, but obviously before he became the commissioner. I knew him before he was Adam Silver, and I think we have an appreciation for each other in the path we've taken to get to where we are. Obviously, I started off as a rookie, you know what I mean, and have kind of evolved into now, a well-known NBA player, president of the PA, all that stuff. And I think obviously what he's been able to do, having to maneuver some tough situations with COVID and a lot of stuff that we've had going on these last few years, he's done an admirable job. And I think for me, I don't generally get nervous about a lot of things, but just, trying to make the interview interesting while covering topics that are important, things that are happening in our league, things that are happening in our society, figuring out, how to balance all of those things, I think has been cool. And now it's just like having a conversation, with anybody at this point to where you're just really comfortable. But I have a good relationship with him and the rest of the NBA. And I think for us, the biggest thing as a player is to really understand like what we want to accomplish. Like what do we want to get out of these, on the court, off the court, and how do we maximize that for our players? And I'm just thankful to be one of the voices, of the guys in the league. And like I said before, I'm here to help and make things as easy as possible. And CP's done a great job of helping me transition, and he did a great job with our league, especially getting benefits for retired players and a lot of things he was able to do during his tenure. Michelle was fantastic and someone that I still talk to this day, Michelle Roberts, and she did a tremendous job. And now we're transitioning with Tamika, who's huge in finance, who's huge in the business background and comes from Deloitte, where she not playing no games. And she understands what we want to accomplish as a whole and how sharp we want to be going forward as a union, as a league. And I tell the guys all the time, like, we are CEOs, right? And we're responsible for generating billions of dollars. We need to act like it. We need to be on time to meetings. We need to be showing up to stuff that matters because the owners aren't missing meetings.
No.
They not. And they're always on the same accord. And I think we got to get to that point, and we will.
Well, we all on the same page, man. Well, I commend you, man. Like, man, that's a big responsibility, man. Congratulations, and man, thank you for even accepting that responsibility. Because it's a bunch of players, and a lot of them ain't like this. Like, yeah, I accept that, but that's big for us because we know it's taking another step in the right direction.
Well, listen, man, it's been real. I'm enlightened. I come away from this. I got a bigger appreciation for you, a bigger respect for you and how you go about things, the way you came up and everything, man. We appreciate you coming, pulling up on us out here in the bayou, man. We got a very special. Everybody
delivery.
Get a good look at that. Y'all on Zoom in, you know, them boys on the back, you know what I'm saying? That's very special and very, you know, it's a collectible edition. You got the NBA, you got them boys on there, them knuckleheads, man. So
I appreciate you
pulling
Thank
up.
You, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate y'all having me, man, and I'm looking forward to this.